Based on legends about a stone that can make you immortal, no, not that one, but also, yes, that one. Fullmetal Alchemist has captured imaginations where science and magic collide. Manga artist Hiromu Arakawa's obsession with the mythical stone was behind the conjuring of a successful manga published weekly in Shōnen Jump magazine in Japan that has transmuted itself into 2 anime series, 2 films, novels, video games, a collectible card game action figures, tons of merch, and even a live-action film. Alchemists may have been figuring out how to make one thing out of another and chasing the secret to everlasting life for thousands of years, but I'm going to do some alchemy and tell you everything you need to know to open the gates of truth in 2 minutes. Just in case you don't want to know all the secrets yet, I'm going to need some massive spoilers for this kind of magic, so you've been warned. Edward and Alphonse Elric are 2 teenage alchemists who always get themselves into some sort of paranormal trouble. They get way too curious as kids, curious enough to nearly die training with Master Izumi and attempt human transmutation after their mom dies of the plague. They don't exactly bring her back from the dead, but they do bring back this monstrosity and get catapulted through the gates of truth, which upgrades Edward's alchemical powers and lets him in on forbidden knowledge. But this ghost deity, spirit, whatever, says there's always a price, and it literally costs Edward an arm and a leg and Alphonse his body. Before he loses his brother forever, Edward transmutes Alphonse's soul into a hulking suit of armor. Edward and Alphonse move in with their neighbor Winry and her grandma, who transplant a functioning metal arm and leg onto Edward's body. This is called automail and kind of looks like something out of RoboCop, right? When state alchemist Roy Mustang finds out, he makes Edward a national alchemist, which means access to top secret files that could hold the secret to restoring his and his brother's bodies, but he'll also have to be a human military weapon, the Fullmetal Alchemist, even though he's really only half metal. The brothers search for the one thing that could possibly restore them, the Philosopher's Stone. Again, similar, except in order to make this one, it's going to take souls of thousands of people. They meet one alchemist whose experiments with it go wrong, but then he gets murdered by a serial killer named Scar, who hates national alchemists because he thinks they destroyed his people when really it was the work of homunculi. Those are humanoids alchemically created with the Philosopher's Stone who are almost immortal unless you kill them enough times, except they just keep eating souls so they won't die. Their leader, whom they call Father, creepy, wants to kill millions of people so he can use their souls to open the gates of truth and basically become the most powerful being in the universe. Things get weird when Edward finds out that this father guy looks exactly like his own father, except he isn't really his father, he's just an evil spirit who looks like his father because he took the same form. Got that? They fight to stop millions of lives from being lost, except Father sheds his skin and turns into this enormous tentacled thing with way too many eyes, then morphs into a golden god until this happens. Meanwhile, Alphonse sacrifices his soul to get Edward back the right arm, finds his body after he passes through the gates, but can't return until someone opens them, which is why Edward gives up his powers to be with his brother again, which, aw, and that's time. By the way, if you were wondering what happened to that clunky suit of armor, see, it's still useful. What about you, fan of Fullmetal Alchemist? Leave us a comment below and tell us your favorite parts.